So good evening, everyone. Today is I don't even know what day today is. Is it the 14th of September? I think so. Let me see if I can get this right. I'm looking at my calendar here. Yep, 14th of September. And it's kind of a cloudy day here where I am. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I'm hearing from people online in the chat. We're on with our live chat, of course. And people are telling us that they watched it and they liked it, and a lot of them watched. Some need to watch a little bit. Cycling Mummy says she never watched, but that's okay, Cycling Mummy. You're going to find out a lot about what happened today. Kim says she watched it all and loved it. Danielle says not finished. Fayreen says part of it, and Josephine says, Singapore is cloudy here too. Okay, so good to hear from all of you. For those of you who are quiet, and that's okay, maybe you're thinking, I didn't watch it and I don't want to say anything. And don't worry, because I'm gonna give you all the scoop today. And even if you did watch it and you saw it from beginning to end, watched all the bonus content, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, could somebody help me like really get a grip on what it is that I saw? Because usually what happens when you go to convention is you see convention live, right? And you're sitting with other people in the seats, you go out to lunch with people later on, and you're able to kind of, shoot the breeze, if you will, and really rehash. What did we see? What did you like? You go to the different sessions with people, or you go to the product showcase and it's live, right? It makes a big difference to be in this arena, and to be in the big arenas, and to see everybody and to sit with different people, even if they're not teammates, because I know some of you sit in sections apart from your teammates because you don't want to maybe be influenced by them, or maybe you ran in late and you can't find your teammates. You just find the first seat that you can. So you kind of sit down in your seat and you just start listening. You just want to hear everything, but you're not really sure, how does this all fit in? Usually though, you have a chance maybe at the end of the day, maybe you meet up with a whole bunch of people for dinner, you have a team dinner. There's a lot of activities that during convention foster community, foster that communication. And unfortunately this year we have something, or maybe fortunately, or this year we have something different. And so what we need to do is we need to do a little bit of a recap. So you clearly understand what you saw, and we want to talk about new products, but I want to talk to you about new products in context, because I think that's really important. When we talk about new products, we usually talk about how to use them, what to do with them, but this year's convention was a little bit different. And I think there were some concepts that I was actually talking to one of my key leaders last night at about 8 or 9 o'clock last night after we had watched everything. And I was saying to her, hey, what'd you think about convention? And she said, well, this and that. And I said, did you realize that? And she said, no, I didn't realize that at all. So I'm hoping I'm going to give some big reveals today to all of you, that when you get off this Zoom, you're going to say, wow, now I totally get it. And I understand what my marching orders are, because really we want to make sure that what you learned over the last 3 or 4 days really sinks in and you get it, right? Because that's how you can continue to serve others and you continue to love on other people, right? In a way that maybe if you don't totally get it, maybe you'll kind of stumble a little bit. So this is my way of presenting in love and service, right? And making sure that I get a chance to really serve all of you and help you to get to that next step. So let me share my screen with you. And then I want to also make sure that if you have questions as we're going on, that you clearly understand what's going on. So ask me a lot of questions in the chat. For anyone who's quiet, I want to make sure that you clearly understand what we're talking about. So if anybody is not on the chat, I'm going to assume that you're either driving your car, maybe putting your baby to sleep, but I want you to make sure that maybe you're eating your dinner and you're just not able to chat right now, or you're in a quiet place and you can't chat. So if you're on and you're listening, just give me a hey or a hello in the chat. I want to hear from everybody today. You've already chatted. I know you're here, but I can see a lot of names on here, and I just would love to hear from some of you. And I also see some brand new names, and you know how much I love to hear from new people. So if you are brand new, let me know you're brand new, because I always want to say hello to everybody. So let's hear from some of you. and I'm good. I'm getting some really big hellos. That's great. Sipic Linda, hey, how are you? Annie, hi. Lynette, hello. Shwa Seung-lee, hello. Catherine, hello. Doreen, I haven't heard from you in a while, but hello. Korhing and Uisaw, hello, hello, hello. So good to hear from all of you. And Sri says, hi Sri, hello, my friend. So a lot of friends, people I don't know. I haven't been to Southeast Asia in just under a year. It's been about 8 months now. So I want to make sure that if I don't know you, if I haven't heard from you, and that we're able to connect. So Rose says hi, Azima says hi, and Peggy and Albert all say hi. So hello, everyone. So good to hear from you. I want to get started. I'm hopefully not going to talk as much as I did last week. Last week, I really went crazy. We had a super long session. But I think this time we're going to have a slightly shorter, but no less important. If you can see my screen, if you can give me a thumbs up, or you can tell me in the chat, yes, I can see the screen. I would love to. Okay, great. I'm getting some big thumbs up. Okay, so let's get started. Let's play this presentation, this slides, because I think you're going to see some things that you really like. Okay, so this is the new product recap, but what's interesting is there's really a twist here that maybe like a plot, let's call it a plot twist, that maybe you hadn't figured out before, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop. I want to make sure that you clearly understand what's going on and how you're going to talk to others about the products. So this is Pursue 2020, and yes, I think it was a great success. And while I can't be high-fiving any of you because I'm far away, I think you have the sense that we saw something really kind of cool. And I have to say, my hat's off to doTERRA. You did an amazing job, very professional, extremely thorough. And I have to say, I appreciate the fact that they didn't keep us online looking at screens for 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. They were mindful of our time, broke it down into very reasonable chunks, and it allowed you to watch some live. I try to watch what I did was I watched the long sessions live, and then some of the bonus content I went back and I watched it later, but I was trying to be on live as much as I could. How can we watch the videos? You are going to log back on and you're going to look at the content tab. There's going to be tabs along the top, and then you're going to touch one of those tabs. So first person that we heard from is our fearless leader, our beloved, if you will, David Sterling, founder and executive of the company. He talked to us a lot about how the history of when the company was founded, the struggles that they had. Many of you know this story. I'm not going to repeat it all in great detail, but just that they started the company during what was called the Great Recession of 2008, when many people and businesses were just having a difficulty as a result of a real estate and housing crisis here, mostly in the United States, but that spread to the entire world, because as you've probably heard, when the United States sneezes, everybody gets a cold, which just basically means that if we have some sort of a financial difficulty, the ramifications can be global. So he talked to us in his own gentle, wonderful way. I love to listen to David. He is just the kindest, sweetest man, and I have such gratitude for his leadership and for his steady hand on the helm, no matter what we're going through. And going through this time of crisis is no different. And he just has such a soothing presence around him. And many of you may not know that he is the father of nine. And so I always feel like anyone who is the father of a large brood has to be calm, because he's probably seen it all. Okay, so this was our kind of launch story. And yeah, it really, at least for me, I can hear it again and again, and it always touches my heart. Next person we heard from, our spunky Emily Wright, with all our new product releases. I love Emily. She was looking beautiful as always. When we get on, part of what we do is we sort of ooh and ah over her cuteness, her spunk, her beautiful, just everything about her is just wonderful. And I'm always so happy to watch her and to hear what she has to say, because she has such a heart of a mom and a servant, and now a grandma, which she calls a Mimi. She's a doll, and I love her to death. So thank you, Emily Wright. So many of you, I'm sure. And she also has 4 children, and she's still, so Doreen is saying she still looks so elegant and beautiful. And that is absolutely the truth. I mean, I'm always admiring her, and she's sort of, let's say she's my role model. I think, oh my gosh, Emily looks so wonderful. I think we all can aspire to being little Emilys, right? In our own way, within our own sphere, that love and service, and also personal care and care of others. We heard from all of the founding executives at one point or another, right? Everybody from our revered Dr. David Hill, Greg Cook, excuse me, Rob Young, Corey Lindley, and Mark Wolford. And for those of you who can remember from a time when I was in Singapore, I will never forget Rob Young's name, because once when we had a contest to name all 7 founding executives, I think some of you were there. Poor Rob Young, I completely forgot his name and had to sit there and go like this, and I lost the contest. So if you were there and you saw me forget, then just tell me in the chat. And if you didn't see me forget poor Rob Young, I really like him. He's just a great guy, and he always does all those funny things. He didn't do too much funny stuff this year, but he is really clever and funny and very witty. So we had a chance to hear from them all in different times in different ways. But we also heard from some new voices. We heard from Dr. Russell Osgathorpe, who is our new Chief Medical Officer, formerly Pediatric Medical Director and Pediatric Department Chair. He brings a wealth of experience to this new role. Super enthusiastic, talked a lot about the science. I'm usually a math girl and like to hear about how many bottles and how much production and so on, but he brings it down to earth, very much like Dr. Hill. I'm very proud to have this new source of information and leadership at the helm of doTERRA. So thank you, Dr. Osgathorpe. If you were on, tell me, give me and somebody says, not only did they see me not know the 7th executive, they have a picture of me not remembering the 7th executive. Okay, so everyone's laughing. For those of you who remember, that's cool. So I know Rob Young now. But I also love Dr. Russell Osgathorpe. Tell me in the chat, do you like him? He's pretty cool, right? Really smart, very low key. I like him. I think he brings a wealth of knowledge to the table, and I think he's gonna continue to do great things. And I think he and Dr. Hill work really well together, which is the key, right? You wanna love the people that you work with, just like I love all of you, which is why I think I'm cheerful when I get on here on Monday mornings or Monday evenings for you. Doreen says, yes, he's very sincere in his speech. I love that, Doreen. You're absolutely right. That's a great way to see it. And Deb says, I loved all of their knowledge. Yeah, they really know their product, the industry. It's just amazing to see. And if you've been around for a while, you can see kind of the genesis. They talked about, one of the things that David Sterling talked about was being in those old offices. And if you can believe it, I actually went to some of those old offices in the old days. And I remember what they were like, and they were kind of crowded, and now they're in just these beautiful new modern facilities. So congratulations, doTERRA, and thank you for always providing such good leadership. Another new voice, maybe not totally new to some of you because she's been in Southeast Asia a couple of times to talk to us, is Nicole Stevens, now Dr. Nicole Stevens. So that's a really cool update. She got her doctorate. I know she had been working very hard towards receiving that, and she's the director of clinical research. She talked to us a lot about epigenetics, which is the effects of essential oils on our bodies without actually changing the trajectory of our health, without actually changing our DNA, which is kind of a cool, I don't know, an interesting way to look at things. I've heard it said before that genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So I don't know if you've ever heard that that statement before, but it's that idea that yes, we can change the trajectory of our health based on what we do or don't do. So let's talk a little bit about new products, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. We're going to be talking about doTERRA and the convention over the next 2 weeks. I've broken this up into 2 sections because I feel it's important enough and there's a lot of information to cover. But today I'm going to talk about new products, but I'm also going to talk about the twist that some of you might have missed, including my leader last night. So here, let's get started. So new products, the new product launch fell primarily into 3 categories: immunity, relief, and stress. Now, relief is what I'm going to call another name for physical discomfort, and you all know what I'm talking about. So immunity, relief, and stress, and we're going to call these kind of the 3 pillars of wellness. So we first got to our product reveal. We heard from Emily Wright. We heard from some of the other voices in doTERRA. What I really liked is that we're beginning to see other faces, other voices, things that people that we hadn't seen in the past really rising to the top, and that's really gratifying. So let me reveal with you first what the entire Pursue kit is, and then let's break it down. So if you didn't see this before, dun, da, 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 this is the total Pursue kit from the convention. And you can see there's a lot of products in here, again, with that kind of fun box, green on the outside, pink on the inside. And I don't know how they're going to be mailing it to us, if it's coming in a box like that we're going to be able to double back and out, or let's see, whatever it comes. And I'm going to actually work from right to left instead of going from left to right, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So the first things that I want to mention to you is that we have 4 oils in the 4 new oils, or oils that we haven't seen before in this kit. And the reason that's important is that these oils are going to be available, actually 3 of the 4 oils are going to be available only on a limited time basis, only on a limited basis. So the oils from right to left are Davana, Helichrysum, Tulsi, and Bergamot Mint. Now the Helichrysum roll-on is a product that we had seen last Christmas as part of a trio set. I actually picked up quite a few of those trio sets, hoping that they would provide them eventually in a full kit. And then thankfully now, 9 months later, I guess they are. But I wasn't really sure, but I love the idea of having the Helichrysum available in a roll-on, because we all know that Helichrysum has so many healing properties, and it has a way of just, it's kind of a mind, body, spirit oil. And I think many of us have used Helichrysum, but have used it judiciously, sparingly, because of its price. And now with Helichrysum in a roll-on, it's going to become more affordable to everyone, and also a product that can be used easily on the go. So you can carry a roll-on with you. That's one of the convenience issues of the essential oils in roll-ons, that yes, we can use them on the go. So starting on the right-hand side, the Davana, a floral oil, very heady, traditionally used in ceremonies or meditation. But you want to make sure that when you're thinking about this particular kit, and you're thinking about those 3 oils, including the Davana, the Tulsi, and the Bergamot Mint, and they're being available on a limited time basis. Some people have said when they looked at the kit, well, there's not that much new in there. I want to talk to you a little bit about limited time offers and why they're important. So as you know, the company every month provides us with a product of the month. If you purchase 125 PV before the 15th of the month, you get a product of the month. Frequently, at least in the US, those products are unusual products that we don't get on a regular basis. The company can't produce enough. And so what's happening, we're able to get those products, but they're on a limited time basis. This month we're getting white grapefruit, but we've gotten things in the past like Raven Sarah or red mandarin, products that just, there's not enough supply. Usually, though, they are things that we need for our particular needs during that time of year. And so what I always do is I feel like those products are the products we want to save for a rainy day. And I'm actually going to type it into the chat because I think it's so important. I don't know, can I type in the chat? I can't right now, but if I could, I would type in save for rainy day. So why do you save these products for rainy day? I don't want you to become collectors, although that's fine too. I know some people are collectors and they feel like I want every product that the company puts out, whether it's a limited edition sold in another market. I want to make sure that I have it. These are products that when something unusual is happening with you, or you're not able to get the response that you have traditionally gotten with a doTERRA product, you're able to add in one of these limited editions. And as I've said to you many times during our time at home with coronavirus, this is a rainy day, folks. So our rainy day has come and we want to challenge our bodies and when you use these products that are not usually available. And so from right to left, we want to think of these products as being for our immune system, for our skin, for our mental health, and also for powerful relief in the body. So when you think of Davana, you want to think of the mind, body, spirit, and also lifting the emotions with your strong floral. When you think of the Tulsi, you want to think of using it for physical relief, actually applying it to the muscles or the joints, adding it in perhaps to your deep blue or other products that you would use on your any muscle discomfort that you might have. And we're talking about the bergamot mint, again, lifting up the spirit, but also that it is a cleansing product and can be taken internally. So those are your three products. Again, this is a rainy day. These are your products for a rainy day. And it's important for us to understand why the company is putting out these products now, because they feel that we need them, all of us worldwide. This is something important to us. So Deb is saying, curious to smell my signature scent with Davana and save specials limited oils for rainy day. Yes, absolutely. So Doreen says, loves bergamot mint as it's in the mint family, and Davana is included in some of our other blends, but we've never had it available as a single. And so it's important for us to think about why are we getting this now? We're getting it now because we honestly need it. The other two things I want to point out to you right in the middle of the kit are the two On Guard products. Number one is the On Guard toothpaste, and second are the hand wipes. Who likes the new packaging? Praise hands here. I am thrilled with the red and white. It looks like the Red Cross. It is just cute as a button. I'm so happy to get rid of the orange. I never liked the orange. And I love the red and white. It looks clean, crisp, elegant, modern. I can't even tell you how many good words I have to say about it. And I see everybody, Lorinda and Angie and Fayreen saying, me. And I want to hear from anybody else who says, oh my gosh, what a great change. Whoever does packaging at doTERRA, you get gold star. I really love it. And I hope really the whole On Guard product line goes to this new packaging. The one thing, as we mentioned before, hey doTERRA, we need a new bottle for our pump hand soap, and it's coming, I'm sure, but just not yet. Sihan says, yep, nice packaging. Darren says, want the wipes. The toothpaste is a must, and the wipes are awesome. Okay, so now I think you've heard new formulation for the toothpaste. Going to be better for us, better tasting, just a lot of updates to the formula of the toothpaste, and some new ingredients that are going to make the cleaning of the teeth much better. So if you, so the toothpaste and the wipes are going to be permanent products, yes. As we go more now to the left of the screen, you're seeing your adaptive capsules and your roll-on, a doTERRA Balance deodorant, and a balance, because the concept is basically that we want to make sure that we have those three bases covered, right? We're talking about immunity, we're talking about mind, and we're also talking about relief, physical relief. Those are our pillars right now, and we're going to keep going. I want to talk to you a little bit more about it. Oh, and I left off the Balanced Body Bar. I saw it on the screen. It looks really pretty. If you come and stay in my house, I always put the body bar in the shower. So if you come here and take a shower, you can use the body bar. I always have the body wash in my house, and if you're a guest, I have it in my guest bathroom too. So come on over. I'd love to see you. Okay, what's the price of the kit? The wholesale price is $165 US with a retail price of $220, and PV, I believe, is $120. So $165 for the price and $120 for the PV. The thing that I want you to remember also is the kits are a limited edition, as you know, will only be on sale for the next couple of days, or until they run out. I shouldn't say the next couple of days, because if they run out today, that's it, they're done. I think there are people that have rushed to go and buy their kit like me the first day. I wanted to get my kit as fast as possible, but I might actually go back online and try to get a second kit. And I maybe want to get another kit for maybe my kids, because I realized after I bought the one kit, my kids aren't here, so I want to get them something. So I want to send that out. So let's talk about what's included in the kit. The key ingredients in the kit are the adaptive, oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. Can I go back? I don't know if I can go back. I think if you were looking in the photograph, there was actually a little rubber, neoprene, not rubber, neoprene kind of a DOP kit or a little bag. And that's going to be an important concept, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So that neoprene bag included the adaptive capsules, the Balanced Ground Blend, the Adaptive Touch, and the Mini Balanced Deodorant. And then the new products are the bath bar, the toothpaste, the hand wipes, which you saw in the little box, and the Helichrysum Touch. And then the limited edition products are the Divana, the Bergamot Mint, and the Tulsi. So those are your 3 limited edition products. So now, I actually have this a little bit out of order, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that kit. You can see here, I put in the top there, the kit will launch on October 1st. Now, I don't know if you were listening carefully, but one of the things that they said was that kit is actually part of, let's call it a 3-pronged approach, which I've been mentioning to you already. So one is Mind and Mood, which is the kit that you saw in the photograph, that includes the Adaptive, the Balance, the Adaptive Touch, and the deodorant. And then the second prong is the Immunity Kit, which I'm going to show you in a moment. And then the third kit is the Relief Kit. But the more important thing is, and this is kind of the twist that a lot of people are missing, is that these kits are actually part of a 90-day plan. So the kits are going to cost you, when they become available on October 1st, they're going to cost you $75, 75 US, with 60 PV. Now, I don't know if they're going to be available in all markets at the time of the US launch. And if anybody's heard anything in any of the other markets, please let me know in the chat. I really want to hear. But if you're GAC or you're US or even Canada, these are going to be available to you. The interesting thing is the company is moving towards a 90-day plan model. But not to say that I told you so, but who remembers this book, right? So for 7 years now in this company and 7 years before in the last company, we've been talking about 90-day plans. So this is doTERRA finally coming out and saying you need to follow a plan of action for 90 days. And they are actually going to have you buy a program of 90 days, and you're going to get 3 different kits for that one issue. So who thinks that this is something, Teresa says, I think they took their cue from your book. Maybe they did. Maybe they just started thinking, wow, we really have to encourage people to do things for 90 days. So you're seeing the company going back in many ways to its roots of their key core products. So the key core products, as we know, are what? On Guard, Deep Blue, right? And oh my gosh, what's the third one? Sorry. And our newer one, adaptive, but core products. We're talking about pillar products. So when we know what our core products are, and we can recommend them for 90 days, and we can help people see a real change in their health in a specific way, we can really help people to get healthy for life. And you heard a lot in the convention, people saying again and again, you heard the nutritionists and the different doctors who got on, Dr. Riggs, really eating well, sleeping well, all these foundational concepts that we've been talking about for years. The company is going back towards those foundational concepts and saying, yes, we have what you need to really get healthy. Okay, so Betty is saying, this is Betty L, says currently Singapore has a 3 kits for a limited time offer, 3 days with valid Pursue Global Convention kit. That's great. And same thing, we have the kits available. I'm going to show them to you in the next slide. And let me keep going. I want to show you this. I want to show you the 3 kits. So when we look at the 3 kits, we can see from left to right, we see the On Guard, the first On Guard kit. We see the first Deep Blue kit, and we see the first adaptive kit. And you can see that each one is a little bit different. The first On Guard kit has the hand wash in it, the Purify, the On Guard, also the On Guard spray. There are different things in each kit, but as each month goes on, those kits are going to change. So if you were to have someone sign up for a program to support their immunity, you would sign them up with the immunity program starting on October 1st, not yet, so hold on. And then they would receive a different kit every month. The first month, they're gonna receive the kit in the neoprene bag, and then each additional month, there's going to be some sort of I don't know what it is, some sort of packaging or renewable bag, but needless to say, at the very end, when they've received the 3 kits, right, all of the items are going to fit into the neoprene bag, except maybe the hand wash, which you wouldn't be carrying that around anyway. But the concept is everything can go in there, and that becomes their immunity kit. So what do you think about the kits? I want to hear. Do you think it's a good idea? Is it something that you've been talking about already? Are you glad that the company is finally supporting us? Here are the primary products. Here are the foundational products: On Guard, Deep Blue, and Adaptive. So tell me what are you thinking about of the kits, 90-day plans in general? Are you bored with it? You're ready to go? Let me know. I want to hear. I like the idea of focus. Yes, I think that focus is an important thing. And as we talk to new people, we're going to be able to present this concept, I think, in a more clear way. So I'm going to show you month 1. Let's talk about the immunity kits, and let's talk about how this is going to work for you. So this is month 1 for the immunity kit, and you can see they actually provide you with toothpaste samples, which is kind of nice. And from left to right, the On Guard spray, the On Guard essential oil, dental floss, Purify, Wild Orange, the pump hand soap, and some toothpaste samples. And you can see the toothpaste samples are in the new red and white, which is really cool. I love that. So here I want to show you 2 more things. I'm going to show you month 2 and month 3, and then I want to talk to you about how does this work into your current routine and business if you are currently talking to clients already. And I know many of you that are on here are big sharers, and I want to make sure that you understand, because some people are saying, well, how am I going to make this work? Who am I going to talk to? Do I have to go out and talk to new people? Am I talking to the people that are already on my team? Let's break it down a little bit. So month 1 looks like this. Month 2 is going to look like this. And now you're getting your On Guard mouthwash. You're getting protective gels. You're getting grapefruit and tea tree. And you're getting your On Guard beadlets. And then month 3, you're going to get a full box of sanitizing wipes. And then you're going to get things like a mini breathe, oregano, a stronger, right? An On Guard roll-on, and then you're going to get some veggie gel caps so that you can use this on the go, and you can put some of your oils, like your oregano perhaps, in a veggie recap. So the concept is that you're going to kind of make it your own, but you're going to have a broad base of immune products that you can call on at will. Here's the thing that I want to, concept that I'm not specifically, I don't have a slide for it, but I want to talk about it here is people that tend to get onto an LRP or a loyalty rewards program for 3 months tend to stay on. So that's the beauty of this program. Basically, anybody who's signing up for this is basically saying, I want to receive products for the next 3 months. Now, what you could have people do is you could have them receive the products consecutively. So first immunity and then relief and then mind and mood. You can stack the kits, so you could have someone receive immunity and mind and mood, or immunity and relief, whatever it is that you feel that they need. The good news is 2 kits will get them over the 100 PV, which helps them to build their teams, for you to build your team. It does not get them to the 125, however. They would still have to add 1 additional product to get to the 125. And that could be a lemon, it could be anything inexpensive, but they could add, by adding that 1 additional product, it allows them to get to the 125 and then qualify for the product of the month, which is kind of interesting. So I want you to think about, if the person stays on LRP, could they continue on LRP? So here's the 2 messages that I want to really hammer home as you're going out to your teams and you're talking to new people also. Number 1 is, when you're talking about the giant kit, right? You're talking about the kit from convention. You want to be talking about how the kit really provides not only the first snapshot of mind mood, right? But it also provides them with those products for rainy day. The other thing is, as we talk about the kits and the successive months, which they can begin to sign up on October 1st, but not before, you're also talking to current people about how they can introduce this into their teams. Now, if you want to do some sort of a promo, maybe what we'll do is we'll run a contest here on this this Zoom call, and I won't run it this week because I want you to kind of think about it. But maybe if you are a chiropractor, or you have a practice of any kind, or you are a leader, maybe you want to invest in some of the books, and maybe what I can do is I can provide extra copies of the books for those of you who are thinking of introducing the concept of 90-day plans, so that the 90-day plan from the kit and then the 90-day plan of the book kind of dovetail nicely, and you can continue people on that 90-day plan concept. So I would go back. First off, you want to be able to explain this to the people that are in your team, because it's much easier to keep an old customer than it is to go out and find new customers. So you want to make sure that number 1 is you're talking about this with your existing team members. Go out there, reintroduce the concept, help them to understand it. This is something that they've heard before, but you want to make sure that they really understand it. And then the second thing is, then you want to be able to talk to new people about it. So you want to become fluent with your current audience and then go back out and then be talking to new people about it. Okay, so if you have your own, if you have any sort of a business, maybe you're an orthopedist, maybe you're a chiropractor, maybe you have people on your team like this. I have to say, I love that relief kit for chiropractors. I would love it if the chiropractors would show the kit in their office, or maybe show the 3 kits side by side on 3 different shelves and say month 1, month 2, month 3, and then help people to get involved in a wellness program, right? Wellness is really what we're talking about, and sustainable wellness. There was so much talk about diet, exercise, relieving stress. So that's what we really want to talk to people about. Now here's month 1. I'm going to show you month 1 of relief, deep blue red packets, oil, a polyphenol complex, and that kind of squeezy ball thing, which is going to be a stress reliever. I'm not going to show you month 2 and month 3, because I have to say, when I saw months 2 and month 3 for the kits, it just became a big mishmash. And I took photographs of everything. If anybody needs them or wants them, you can also go back and listen to that product reveal again, so you really truly understand it. And for those of you who are on with me, because I did an Instagram live, we did a Facebook live, and we also did a Zoom class about it, and the Zoom class is recorded. It was not super clear, at least to me when I first heard about it, what this meant, because the word kit was used so many times that it was sort of like a kid and a kid and a kid and a kid within a kid. And so maybe we need to find some different language to describe. This is maybe a program with 3 parts to it, and the kit is really the thing from convention. So that's why I think it was a little bit confusing at first. Third part is the mind and mood wellness, and this is the one you're actually going to get in your convention box. So in your convention box, this is the one you're going to receive, so you get a sense of what does the neoprene feel like. You can use it to show people, and you can see the quality of it and how everything fits inside. So let's keep talking about this, but I think it's an important concept. And I think doTERRA going in that direction is a really important one. The last thing that I want to make sure, actually, Deb is telling me that she ordered all 3. How many of you ordered all 3? There was an option to go on and customize. So how many of you ordered all 3? I'd love to hear. So in addition to these 3 pillars, right, we heard about pursue wellness immunity, and we talked about earlier how many doctors and health professionals got on and talked to us about the cycle of immunity, so you're equipped to safeguard your health, and pursuing wellness through relief, right, de-stressing that physical stress that we can feel in the body, and then finally wellness of mind and mood. There's a lot of talk about our supplement line, specifically Lifelong Vitality. And of course, in addition to Lifelong Vitality, we want to make sure that we are getting good nutrition, having some physical activity, managing our weight, getting rest, stress management, reduced exposure to toxins, and inherited genetic predisposition for wellness. So that last one basically is if you know somebody in your family has had a predisposition or has had a medical condition that you are concerned that you may also have in the future, you want to make sure you're being mindful and getting checked for that. So I'm going to talk a little bit here about Dr. Hill, and then I'm going to let you go because I know I've talked a lot today, but I think the last part, and I love Dr. Hill, I have to say, for me, he could, I don't know what, recite a poem and I would just be there swooning. He just has a wonderful, wonderful voice, very mellifluous, and he seems, not only seems to be, he is a very kind person. If you've had the great good fortune to spend any time with him, you know that he is really a servant leader, and he's just a very wise man and very, very comforting and kind. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Dr. Hill. Dr. Hill talked a lot about deep blue and what are some of the benefits of deep blue. And for those of you who are my science nerds and love the chemistry wheel, Dr. Hill talked about the chemistry wheel again. He even showed it again. So go back to your chemistry wheel. I'm not going to show it today. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what he said specifically about deep blue. And I'm going to hope that this mini deep dive into deep blue is going to help you talk about it more fluently and not just say, oh yeah, deep blue, I know about that, use that in the past, right? Okay, so number one is that deep blue contains multiple flower oils. So what do flower oils do in terms of deep blue? They can do a couple of things. They can relax the body, they can be soothing to the tissues, they can be calming to the emotions, and they can also replenish the skin. So we're talking about deep blue, we have multiple flower oils in deep blue, and when we think about our flower oils, everything from lavender to magnolia to even helichrysum is a flower oil. We can use these oils to our benefit for these particular purposes. Now we know that helichrysum is one of the oils that is in deep blue, and it's one of the things that does replenish the skin, is calming to the emotions, and so on. So there is a specific formulation, and Dr. Blue talked about, Dr. Blue, listen to me, Dr. Hill talked a lot about how that the formulations, the blends are really the most important thing, that as we go to choose oils, we want to choose blends as much as possible. And I'm speaking specifically to my friends overseas. For those of you who are in Singapore or Malaysia or the Philippines or Vietnam, you want to choose your blends because they've been specially formulated to elicit the same response, and that the oils in combination cause a synergy that could not be achieved achieved by any one of the oils individually. So if you in general tend to choose singles, and I know there's some of you out there because I've had this conversation before, really begin to seek out your blends and to use them. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the endocannabinoid system. Dr. Hill wasn't the one who introduced this concept this year. It was a different doctor. But the idea that we are using our Deep Blue and our Deep Blue products, and even our adaptive products to really not only control the system, but to help this system to become more effective and to work in our favor instead of against us. So everything from our central nervous system to our gastrointestinal system, our hormones, our bones, interesting, right? Play a role in regulating bone mass and bone regrowth. Our immune system, our metabolism, and our muscles are all affected by our endocannabinoid system. So what are we doing? We're trying to reduce our stress as much as possible, reduce our cortisol levels and our fight and flight. And we can do that by using products that are going to keep us in homeostasis. So I think this is I love this diagram actually. If you'd like to take a picture of it, you may. But I love the fact that we're talking about the whole body, the whole organism. And I like the concept of the 3 pillars of health. So as you go out to talk to people, you can talk to them about the 3 pillars of health. Let's talk about the Deep Blue Polyphenol complex with things like frankincense, ginger, turmeric, pomegranate, green tea, grapeseed, and Polygonum cuspidatum, which is obviously a root, but honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen it before. And it looks sort of like turmeric to me, but I know it's not. It's another sort of a root. We may have to investigate a little bit more. But the idea that these are the compounds that we can ingest to reduce inflammation in our bodies. So that's an important concept as we talk about bringing ourselves back into homeostasis. Someone before mentioned blue tansy, and blue tansy is a key ingredient in Deep Blue Rub, as you know, and it not only gives the product its blue color, but also provides chemazoline. And chemazoline is one of those things that soothes and calms and relaxes irritated tissues. So when we apply the Deep Blue or the Deep Blue Rub, it is acting within the muscular structure to provide us with relief and to kind of help us to ratchet down that sense of intensity that we have when we have injured ourselves. They talked a lot about short-term injuries, right? I go out and I exercise, or maybe I close my finger in a door and it's intensely painful right away, but that's not a permanent or chronic injury. And then they talked a little bit about chronic pain or chronic discomfort and how we can work towards relieving that and helping others to feel more comfortable. We also talked, now this goes back to my chemistry wheel lovers. They also talked a lot about the classification of oils. So when we talk about classification, we look at our wheel, of course, but here's a quick way that you can classify an oil, three quick classifications. One is their aroma, of course. The second is their action. Are they uplifting, calming, or soothing? And then their groups. And so the groups, interestingly enough, go back to the wheel that we have for the emotional aromatherapy oils. If anybody remembers the wheel, the very pretty colorful wheel that has around the edges mint, citrus, flower, herbaceous, tree, spice, and spices, that wheel is a great way to categorize your oils. And if you've ever studied aromatherapy, I think I've said on this call before that I took an aromatherapy class many years ago. Oops, there we go. Hope you can hear me. Took an aromatherapy class many years ago, and what was interesting about it was we had to classify all of our oils into groups. And so that was a good learning experience for me. And one of my first experiences that yes, oils not only have different smells, aromas. They have different actions, but they fall into different groups. And then as we need to choose oils, if we understand those groups, we can make better decisions. So some of the oils that we see in deep blue, and this is all recounting what Dr. Hill talked to us about, are peppermint, which he says is one of his favorite oils, and he uses it all the time. Wide variety of uses, as you know. I'm not going to go into them all now, but a personal favorite for Dr. Hill. Ylang Ylang, which interestingly enough has beta-caryophyllene, which is also found in copaiba oil. Now, I know some of you resist or avoid Ylang Ylang because you feel that it's a little bit too, I don't know, too heady, too floral, but combined with helichrysum and osmanthus, it can be very soothing to the tissues. So interesting. I would not usually pull out my Ylang Ylang if I had any sort of irritated tissue, but I would now. And interesting, really interesting. Also, wintergreen, a key ingredient, contains methyl salicylate and has a soothing sensation and an uplifting aroma. I'm going to give you one last little, this is kind of a little giveaway, if you will, the Muscle Balm. I hope you like the Muscle Balms. And throughout the convention, you saw that there were tons of products in a minute, and there were product hacks, which were really sort of fun, and they kind of broke up the day. So if you've had a chance to see all of the convention, I'd love to hear some of your comments either here or later on social media. This is going to be on Facebook. It's on Facebook right now, actually, or it will be in the next few minutes, and you'll be able to watch this particular presentation over and over again, kind of a condensation or distillation, if you will, of 4 packed days of content. And of course, I didn't even talk about any of the humanitarian efforts. Next week when we talk, I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm also going to be talking about how the convention can help you to build your business. Today, I talked to you a little bit about how you're going to be talking to new customers or existing customers, or even how you personally can use 90-day plans to build your health and wellness. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that's something that I've been talking about a lot over the years. And what's interesting is the company's going back to the original product line, which is pretty cool. Most of those products are the ones that are recommended in that original book. So just keep it in mind. I want to say thank you, as always, to our Presidential Diamond team. This is it's a great honor to be able to get on with you every single week and talk to you about just what's going on. I think I get a new perspective by listening to you, and I hope you you feel that some of the things that were said here kind of lit a spark for you, that you said, oh, you know what? Didn't really think about that way. I hope that the twist that I provided was just what you needed to kind of open the door and help you to walk through and get to the next level. As you know, you can always go to ElenaJordan.com to sign up for any free resources. And we've been posting almost every day, whether it's been videos or different sorts of posts about the new products on Instagram. And that we're going to continue to be doing that in the weeks ahead. As I said before, please consider subscribing. You can push the subscribe button below to get this and other videos in the future. And last but not least, our highest ideal is to touch others in love and service. And I hope that I've been able to do a little bit of that for you today, and that we continue to think about loving and serving others as we go out and we talk about these products and about good health in general. Because as it was mentioned in the convention, a healthy man has 1,000 dreams, but an unhealthy man only has one. And so we want to help people to have those 1,000 dreams by really regaining and preserving their good, vibrant health. So thank you for being here, everyone, and have a wonderful week. Okay, so I know we always have questions at the end, and today should be no different. If you've got questions about today's presentation, I want to hear a little bit about them. If you could talk to me a little bit about, did I give you a twist that's going to help you? Are you able to take some of these ideas and run with them? Were we, or had you heard it all before? And you can tell me, it's okay. I have a thick skin. If you want to say, no, this was not worthy. And what did you think? The other thing was, what were your opinions of the kits? So I know I've got some really experienced leaders on here. And I want to, so people like Z and Elizabeth and Sihun and Swanby and some other ladies and gentlemen that are really experienced leaders. Love to hear maybe your take on the kits and the new programs of 90 days and where you think you're going with this. Also, did I hear from any new people on here? I didn't see anybody who said they were new. Was there anybody who said that they were new and I missed you? If I did, I'm so sorry. Actually, a couple of you said you love the kits. I see Kim said she loved the kits, and Betty says it's easy to pack for travel. Okay, I don't see a lot of new people on here. So what am I going to provide for you for today? Now, a lot of the new products as I get them. Oh, Missy Elephant. I love that. Do you know one of my favorite things are elephants? Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I'd love to hear what you thought about the kits. Lynette says she loves the kits and the add-ons. For those of you who are just starting out, I have sort of an unusual gift today, but we're going to have two winners, and the winners today are going to get what I'm going to call foundational products. The winners today are going to get foundational products, and each winner is going to get, I'm writing this down because 2 weeks ago I wrote down the winners' names, but I didn't write down the product that I was giving them, and then I had to rack my brain. So I have my book back, and I have my pen, so I'm ready to go. And then I'm going to announce the winners in 2 minutes. Actually, I'm going to stop the recording. So I'm going to say farewell to everyone who from YouTube. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Please subscribe below. And for those of you who are in our private group, please stay on. We're going to be announcing some cool prizes and things going on in the next week. So have a wonderful week, everyone. And please consider subscribing below.